Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review we are looking at the Transformers Beast Machines Optimus Primal. This is, for back then, what is the equivalent to a modern day Voyager class figure, roughly speaking. They had different classes back then, but that's okay. It's not a $10 figure. I think these were 20 bucks when they came out. Anyway, it's not particularly show accurate. Excuse me. It has some things that are, like the head sculpt's pretty good. The chest is kind of okay. It has that round thing in the chest. I'm pretty sure he had that, and then in the Air Attack Optimus you're not supposed to have that, so I don't remember exactly anymore. But either way, it's still kind of cool, and it's a cool looking figure even though it's mostly orange, and he wasn't mostly orange. But still, it's decent. As you can see, there's really no backpack or anything. Of course, it's easy since he's a gorilla. But still, they did a decent job, especially for the time. I like this guy. I'm not going to say it's a must-have, but if you're an Optimus Primal fan, then it kind of is. He stands in robot mode just shy of 6.5 inches tall. He does have a head swivel. It's a little stiff right now, but he does have one. His shoulders have a hinge there, obviously. A swivel there. The elbows, this side has no elbow. This side has just a little tiny elbow. And there is a bicep swivel, even though it doesn't do a whole lot, it is in there. And then you can rotate the hand around also. That is part of the transformation, but you can use that as regular articulation. So there's that. He has a waist twist. This side, I'll explain why he has no lower arm articulation. All we have is the shoulder, really. And then you can spin this around, but what that really is you do this. You wind it up by folding the shoulder pads. Then you hold this button, if you get it out of the way, and that'll spin. And once it spins far enough, it'll press that button, and he has a punching feature, which, I mean, engineering-wise, it's kind of cool, but otherwise it's kind of pointless. So I don't really care for that. And, I don't know, it's just kind of blah. I do like the Vacuchrome gold on there, though. That's cool looking. Hand articulation, all you really have is this hinge here, which is really part of the transformation, but it allows you to give him somewhat of a fist, not a whole lot. You do have a little bit of thumb articulation, but it doesn't go up anymore, so all you can really do is fold it down. And it's just not really hand articulation. The hips are ball pegs. The knees have a hinge at the lower part of the knee. You get about 90 degrees though, and then no foot articulation, so it's not like he's an incredible figure by any means. But he's decent. I think you're supposed to probably leave the shoulder pads up. I don't really remember. I always just left him down because I thought he looked better that way. And if you want to use the shoulder pads without worrying about that spinning, you can always just spin it on your own. Don't worry about that. Just push that back in and you can spin it however you want to. So it's alright. So I can just transform him as we're doing the video to save a little bit of time for me, not so much for you guys since you have to watch me do it. But it's fairly straightforward. His beast mode, not that great. They didn't seem to have an idea of what to do about Optimus's beast mode to robot mode conversion. You would think it would be pretty simple, but I guess since Beast Machines Transformers didn't actually transform, they just kind of mutated, I guess it made it harder on the toy designers. So that's the transformation right there. I have to pull out the gorilla feet. But that's it. So it's a really simple transformation. Everything is still basically the exact same as it was in robot mode, except now we have a gorilla head and he's leaning over. And then we have this feature where you push that blue dot on his head. This is kind of cool. It makes him snarl, which I think that's a pretty cool gimmick. And then one last thing, I probably should have showed you this in robot mode, I just forgot. You can flip that open and reveal his jetpack. So it's kind of cool. You know, it's not a horrible figure. It definitely looks like Optimus in some positions, but the general overuse of orange, I think, distracts a little bit. And then they just could not get that head right. I don't know what they were thinking, but I don't think they got it right in any version. So it's disappointing. But there it is, guys. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more figure reviews, custom figures, and other good stuff. And in the meantime, keep collecting.